I started gardening pretty late in life. I did not grow up with a garden. I grew up in the suburbs. The only gardening I ever did was on Mother's Day, planting annuals with my mom. I grew up in the Chicago area, which was not very conducive to gardening for much of the year. When I was in college, I started learning more about plants and getting into farmers markets and agriculture, and started growing just a little balcony garden. My first one was the summer before I graduated from college. Everywhere I've ever lived, every apartment, every balcony, every backyard, I've always had some plants. I feel like I've always just been really lucky to live in places with some outdoor space, and I think it's just really natural to want to adorn that in some way and just want to grow something with the little space and light that you have. I personally feel that a kitchen garden is an invaluable asset to people's homes and landscapes and lifestyle. We really try to integrate the garden into people's lifestyle because I feel like in this time where things are very technology focused and you can spend a lot of time indoors and or not connecting with anybody, the garden drives you outside. The other asset and value in a kitchen garden is just learning where your food comes from and doing that in community with your family or your neighbors. It's something that our ancestors have been doing for thousands of years, and it's something that really connects us to who we are as people. It feels like the intrinsic values are innumerable in so many ways. As a company, we design, install, and maintain kitchen gardens in Boise, mostly in residential spaces, some restaurants as well. And that experience basically starts with a consultation in someone's space, whether they have a garden already or are starting completely from scratch. We go through a full design process, similar to how a landscape designer would work. We also design the garden down to the minute of how much time you want to spend every week in the garden. Once we've done all of that installation, we also offer maintenance services where if you're someone who travels a lot or just wants to get comfortable with the garden, we will maintain it every 2 weeks. We also offer monthly coaching, so for folks who are just trying to build their confidence in the garden, we'll come out every month and just help them stay on track. We also offer a seasonal transition support element to our services where if you just want us to come out in the spring, the summer, the fall, bring all your plants, get you planted, and you're on your own, we offer that as well for some of our more seasoned gardeners. We approach business in a different way just by nature of who the business owner is, I think. I'm a working mom. I grew up with a working mom. My mom always took me to work with her. She was a realtor. And I bring my daughter with me to work very often. I also feel that we approach business differently in the way that our product is so turnkey and so high touch that our clients know if they've got gopher holes coming up in places that we were not anticipating, that if they call me, I will come and fix it. I will have someone else come and fix it. I really understand the investment that our clients make in the garden, not just obviously monetarily, but with their time and their attention and energy. It's very much a living, breathing business, just as much as the gardens that we produce. I don't think I could have dreamed up the experience that I've had getting to know our local vendors at the farmers markets, at the nurseries, the providers that we use to build our beds, people who have just had a profound impact on me and who have recognized that the garden has made a huge impact on them. I read a lot of books, and one of the books that I read recently is called The Well-Gardened Mind, and this was just a quote that I really felt resonated with the work that we're doing. Cultivating the earth is empowering, and sharing its fruits promotes trust and cooperation more effectively than anything else. We all need to feel a sense of potency and to give and receive nature. These dual aspects of human nature are brought together through the alchemy of gardening. And if people were allowed and encouraged to tend a part of their neighborhood, then people as well as plants would have a better chance to flourish. Cultivation works both ways. It is inward as well as outward, and tending a garden can become an attitude toward life. In a world that is increasingly dominated by technology and consumption, gardening puts us in direct relationship with the reality of how life is generated and sustained and how fragile and fleeting it can be. Now more than ever, we need to remind ourselves that first and foremost, we are creatures of the earth.